How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day, and I hope you, yes you, had a good workout, or good luck with your workout later on today. As you know, I study a course called Exercise, Health and Nutrition at university, and at the moment I'm doing human anatomy, and I've been learning lots about muscles, bones, insertions, surface markings. So to give you some more new content and to keep this channel interesting for you guys, I thought I'd do a walkthrough of a mobility session I like to incorporate into my training regime, and I'll talk you through some of the muscles that I'm hitting, some of the muscles I'm stretching out while I'm doing this mobility session. Hope you enjoy. So how this video is going to work is that first of all I'm going to explain why weightlifters use foam rolling in their training routines, and I'll also explain what muscle knots are. Then we're going to go through some movements that I use with the foam roller, and I'll be on one half of the screen explaining the muscles and the tendons and ligaments that are going to be stretched out with the foam roller while you're watching the movement. So weightlifters use foam rolling in their training routines because it's the closest thing to a sports massage, and it's for free and they don't have to pay tens if not hundreds of pounds. And also it's going to help you recover faster, and also can prevent the onset of delayed onset of muscle soreness. What it helps is stretch out muscle knots. So with muscle knots, I'm going to explain it by giving you an example. So when you're doing a bicep curl with a weight, you're contracting and relaxing the muscle. You're putting the muscle and the sarcomeres in the muscle, that's what it's made up of, under stress. And what a muscle knot is when the muscle fibre is contracted and it's unable to relax by itself. So what foam rolling does is that it stretches out the muscle and it helps it to relax. And the way you know that you are stretching out a muscle knot is when it's most painful. There is much debate on whether foam rolling can assist with muscle growth or not, but my theory is that it can, because if you can recover quicker, you can train a muscle more frequently and with more volume, which equals more muscle growth. So give this mobility routine and foam rolling routine a try. The first movement is that the foam roller is going to roll up and down the side of the hip and the knee. It's going to hit the peroneus muscles that are the movers of pronation with the ankle. It's going to hit the iliotibial band and the gluteal tuberosity. The main thing it's going to do is prevent iliotibial band syndrome, which is an inflammation of the iliotibial band. We then move on to rolling out the rectus femoris, which is the quadricep, and the vastus medialis, vastus lateralis and vastus intermedialis. And this is going to be hit when you do squats and exercises like leg extensions. We then move on to rolling out the gastrocnemius, which is the prime mover in plantar flexion of the ankle, the soleus, and also rolling out the Achilles tendon that goes just down here. So this is going to help stretch it out, and also going to prevent a common injury, which is the rupture of the Achilles tendon. I then move on to rolling out the hamstring muscle, which is made up of three muscles, which are the bicep femoris, semimembranosus and the semitendinosus. You're going to hit the hamstring by doing exercises like stiff-legged deadlifts, lying hamstring curls and seated leg curls as well. And the biceps femoris originates from the ischial tuberosity and inserts at the head of the tibia and the lateral condyle of the tibia. Here you can see me laying on the floor in a funny position. I'll just show you what I'm doing standing up here. But basically this is going to open up my hips, and this will really help with squats especially, because when you squat down you want your knees to go outwards and you don't want them to come caving in, because that can easily lead to injury, and you can imagine the detrimental effects that will happen from that. In this clip you can see I'm using the foam roller to roll out the muscles of my back. So what this is going to do is stretch out the extensors of the back, and they include three groups. So there's the iliocostalis group, the longissimus group and the spinalis group. The iliocostalis group is on the most lateral side of the back, and the spinalis is right in here, and the long isthmus is in between. And it's also going to stretch out the quadratus lumborum, which is just at the bottom of the back, which you'll usually hit when you're doing exercises like deadlifts and any back exercises. By the way, hope you like my multitasking, because I'm watching the video at the same time as I'm talking to you, and that didn't really make sense. Next, I move on to stretching out my lats. So I find this is really helpful when recovering from doing lat pull downs and anything that requires the lats, so any bent over rows, any lat pull downs. And I find when I find a knot, I like to stay in that position and roll around there until I feel that pain go, because whenever you find a very tender part, that's where there are some of the most tight knots that you need to get rid of. I then move the foam roller down to my triceps. You have three heads of the triceps. You have the long head, the medial head and the lateral head. The long head originates from the infraglenoid tuberosity, which is somewhere around there near your shoulder. The medial head originates from the proximal lower 2/3 of the humerus, and the lateral head originates from the upper half of the humerus, and they all insert at the olecranon fossa of the ulna. And you're going to hit the triceps by doing things like tricep push downs, tricep extensions. You can see I've moved on to stretching out my pecs. This isn't such a common movement that you do with the foam roller, but I really feel like it stretches out my pecs, and it's actually really helped me to recover for the next day. By the way, forgive me again for looking at the video while I'm talking to you guys. And this is a very helpful one. You can use a golf ball generally, but I didn't have any golf balls, so I used a battery instead. And what this is going to do is stretch out the plantar fasciitis, which is at the bottom of the foot. It's a muscle that you use mostly when you're walking along, and you can easily get something called plantar fasciitis, which is basically an inflammation of that muscle. So making sure you stretch it out from time to time is really going to help you keep healthy feet. And this is another thing I've made. It's 2 tennis balls, and I've done it in masking tape. I got this from an Omar Esov video. And what this is going to do is target all the little knots and the little muscles between your vertebrae and ligaments. It's just going to help get rid of all those very deep knots. And boy, it really cracks your back and it feels very good. So I encourage you to try it. So keep it in one position for a while, then get up, move it to maybe lower or to more upper in the back, and then try it again on a different part of your vertebrae. And I guarantee you that you will feel some results from doing this mobility session, and I guarantee you will feel like you're more loose in the back and it will feel much better. So I hope you enjoyed this different kind of content, guys. I just wanted to keep bringing you different, more entertaining videos to keep you guys interested. And make sure you check out my previous videos, and I'm going to be posting some workout full days of eating videos in the near future. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, boosh. And keep making gains.